Time for a garden and greenhouse update tour while the sun is shining. Hey everyone, I am back home from Spain and I thought I'd show you around our home garden and greenhouse because we've done quite a few chores and updates to get ready for spring, while we also chat about my dad being in hospital, me filming for the yoga TV program again. Let's just get started because the sun is out today. If you are new here or you haven't seen our garden yet, we live in Noordwijk, quite close to the sea. You can actually hear the waves. I don't know if the mic will pick it up, but it's a little bit windy today, so you can hear the waves of the sea. And we have a really nice garden. This is what sold us on the very small and kind of broken down house about 10 years ago. And then over here, we had a greenhouse built in. You can't even see it, but this is glass. Ooh, it's warm in here. And in the greenhouse, I currently have a little bit of a winter setup still, but I'll show you that in a second. My boyfriend loves palm trees. And like you saw maybe in that Spain video, we see palm trees everywhere. So we have a few in our garden as well. I'll tell you a little bit more about them in a second. There's quite a few. I think we have like 10 palm trees in our small garden. When you first go outside, we have this beautiful glass door and this little patio that we laid ourselves, by the way. Let me show you from the other side. We still have to paint all of this, which we will do in future renovation videos. We actually have an amazing color for the wall. Is going to be peachy color, and then all the frames are going to be this petrol color, including all the window frames of the bathroom. Can you see the bathroom plants over here? Hello! My rainbow sticker. So here, this is a place that you see from inside quite a lot. So this is going to be amazing once this is painted a nice colorful thing. And then we can also close this with grind. What is the word for that? Gravel, maybe? That stuff. But then the nice white stuff is going to go on the top layer so that it all looks nice and clean. Then over here, this is a hot tub that my boyfriend created a few years ago. And we can heat it with this heater thingy that, oh, I think the door is in the back, but we can make a fire in it. And then there's a spiral of this stuff inside that will heat the water. And then over here is a, is this very chaotic already? Yes, it is. In here, there's a bunch of pumps and stuff and pipes that help to heat it, and our wood collection. This is still very messy because this is the gravel and all the gravel that we put aside during the renovation. This is a very cute plant pot that looks very sad right now because of also the renovation. But I think the bamboo is coming back. We're going to use this as a divider. I'm going to plant some cute little flowers in it. These pots are by Elho. Basically all the pots that you'll see in today's video are from Elho, created from recycled plastic in their own factory, run on their own power turbine, wind turbine thingy. So I love that, sustainable and beautiful. We have a few more divider things. These two we got from Marktplaats, which is like a secondhand shop with nicer bamboo in it. This one my boyfriend built himself from leftover wood with more bamboo in it. This pot is also a secondhand pot. I think that was in our garden already, that we put some plants in that don't look super happy yet. This is a jasmine. And then this is a, what are they called again? They get the nice flowers, but they look very dead until they start to grow again. Wait now. Oh no, it's starting to rain. We don't want that. I'm filming outside. The camera is outside. Okay, this is why the greenhouse is perfect. Closing the door. I just popped my camera inside the greenhouse. It's nice and warm in here. We're not getting wet, I guess. I don't understand. We haven't had rain in a long time, so I guess we're gonna do the tour in here first. Wait, I can give you an overview. So the part that I showed you just now is back there, and that is our other bathroom window, and this is the rest of the garden. We have a huge palm tree right here in the middle, and these are Trachycarpus fortunae, which is a species of palm tree that can take up to -17 or -14 Celsius, so really, really cold. And that is why they do so well in our climate. We've planted it, I think, in 2018. We've never had issues with it before. So that's amazing. We have another one here in the greenhouse that we're going to plant in the garden once it gets a little bit warmer. And we love them. They're super easy and they're beautiful, and they can just thrive here. I actually see a nice little bug on there. That looks like a larva of a ladybird. So that's cool. Pest management coming out from just nature. So that's the big one. And then also there's two smaller ones there that I think are the same. Also Trachycarpus fortunae. They're a little bit close together, so we are going to separate them in a bit. When we zoom in a little bit, you'll be able to see the Buddleia, the butterfly hedge, or whatever it's called in English. I don't know the common name. But we just chopped that back yesterday or the day before, this weekend. And hopefully it's going to grow again. And this is our neighbor's garden that you're seeing now. And this is our wisteria. So hopefully that's going to give us flowers. Last year we got a few flowers. And the year before that we got one flower. Guess on which side of the fence it was. It was on my neighbor's side. But it started to grow really well now. It took a few years for it to get started. And now it's growing really well. I also need to do something with the apple tree, because we haven't supported that or cut it back for a few years, and it's definitely showing. It's really sad, but I don't know anything about apple trees, and I feel like that's kind of an expert thing. So I'm looking into maybe finding an expert for that. Okay, so now the sun is shining while it's raining. Very interesting. This is welcome to the Netherlands. I'll show you the rest of the garden in a second. First, okay, the greenhouse is a bit of a mess because this is the protection that we use in winter on the bananas that my boyfriend pulled off. It's called garden fleece, but normally this looks super cute. Look, this is a little sofa. This is a filter for the hot tub that is not supposed to be in here. And then we have some palm trees over on the left. We have my cactus and succulent collection. I guess I should do close-ups of all these plants as well. So these are all my cacti. Some of them might have not liked it so much in the cold. I actually repotted all of them before winter, and you guys afterwards said I should put them in terracotta, which I will do. This is my friend Erin's. These all look pretty good. They're starting to feel a little bit squishy, but I think that's good because they should be a little bit thirsty after a whole winter of no watering. Look at this beautiful one. This still looks very healthy and happy. This one I'm trying to root, but that hasn't happened over winter. This is the super sad one that I made all the videos about. I actually saw that one of them has over 1 million views right now. So that's kind of cool to see. Thank you guys. Then we have this little fatty that looks still really good. These ones I'm not so sure about because there's also a lot of black at the bottom and they're squishy. So that might have rotted. Here's the little mini blob that I thought was rooted, but then it wasn't. But it still looks good, so hopefully it's going to root again in spring. This one is so cool. This is Telocactus something. What does it say? Hexadrophorus. I should do a cactus tour still. I'm planning to do that. This beautiful blue one. This one that I've had for years and that flowers all the time. This is my version of the one that is my friend's. Spiral cactus. I guess we'll have to continue that on the other side. And more banana these plants are usually outside during the summer, but they're hiding in here for winter, just like this one as well. This is a huge banana pot, another one of those square ones from Elho that actually have wheels, so that's very handy. And these pots are, everything is Elho. These are also really cool. We just chose to do everything in white so that it all matches together, except those ones, but those are my indoor pots, so that's why they look different. On the little table right in front of the sofa, we have a beautiful flower here. This is an Amorphophallus that I got from Farmer Gracie. I've been working with them as an affiliate for a few years now, and you guys loved it so much that my affiliate status did so well that they sent me this as a gift over Christmas. It felt really nice to receive a Christmas gift from a company, even though I'm like an independent, I work for myself. It was so fun to receive it, and it's beautiful. It's been flowering since before Christmas, and it's now March. So amazing. Huge bulb as well. It was really thick. We have a little vegan sheepskin. My mom used to have these a lot from the secondhand shop, and we're trying to live cruelty-free and plant-based most of the time as best as we can. And this is just felted. So this is just the wool, not the skin, felted together at the bottom, and then the top just feels exactly the same as a sheepskin would feel. Mickey absolutely loves this. If I can find the footage, I will throw a little bit in because he loves to crawl on here and sits here all the time. It's very, very adorable. My view from the bench, you actually see this, which one of you got me, which I'm so happy about. This is a little monkey tail cactus. After I got this one, and it turned out to be fully rotted on all strands, someone went to the cactus grower and got me a happy, healthy one, which I'm so excited to grow. It's beautiful. It's in a pot with the banana. Behind it is our strelitzia, which actually shows a little bit signs of being stuck. Interesting. Should do something about that. There's 3 plants in this pot. We're taking better care of it now because I've seen the flowers in Spain and they're beautiful. And here you can see, oh, this one is broken a little bit, silly Case. Oops. These are all made by my father-in-law, Case. He started a business. He's been doing pottery for many, many decades. And he just retired his job and he rented a space and he's gonna teach pottery. So that's super exciting. I've been helping him with his website and it's been really fun. It's called Het Kleipaleis if you're around Noordwijk. He does courses of 10 weeks, but if you can't make it right away, you can join in later if there's space. And he has been a teacher all his life. So I think he's going to be a great teacher as well. And apparently the prices are very cheap. I don't know much about that, but I'll put his website in the description so that if you're around, you can check it out. Or maybe go follow him on Instagram because I made him an Instagram. It's still run by me, but very cute. He makes the most adorable pots, all terracotta. This one I can hang up, I think. And I can repot all of my cacti once it gets a little bit warmer into terracotta pots like you guys suggested. So this is our winter setup. This is normally where I have my repot stuff, but because of winter, the plants had to be in here and it got a little bit more crowded. So we created a little corner that I actually really like because I can walk in here. The mess is a little bit hidden because it is a mess, I'll admit. There's even more terracotta pots from Case back there. Here's all my plastic pots that I'm reusing. There's my stakes. Here is all my soil. This is my own mix. In here we have all the special soil mixes, the Soil Ninja stuff. Oh, sorry, my hair is on the frame. And then also something I've recently started using is Fluval to see how that goes. And some stuff for terrarium building that I'm gonna pick back up soon. So yes, the ground is a big mess. Over here, I put 2 shelves for my caladiums last year because they didn't want as much sun as the greenhouse gives. As you can see here now, it's very bright. This greenhouse is south facing, so it gets very warm very quickly and also very bright. So by putting the caladiums on this side of a shelf, they were hidden away a little bit more from the sun and the leaves kept looking beautiful instead of crispy like they did in the beginning. And there's a few plants in here that still look really good. They survived the winter with my very minimal watering and care. Look at this. This is such a cool plant. So one of you gave this to me on the Botanica last year. It keeps growing. Some of them are a little bit sad. Like this is very crispy. I think it's from my underwatering, but it can also be from the cold because it gets very cold in here. Last year, I bought this as a bulb actually. Look at this. It never grew. The whole season it didn't grow. And then I started to unpot all my caladiums last year and saw that this one was finally starting to grow. So I left it in the pots. It made it through winter and it's continuing to grow. It's a Hedychium gardnerianum. Yes, which is supposed to be a really nice smelling lily type thing. We'll wait and see. This is another plant that normally lives in the garden. So we're gonna move that out once outside temperatures are a little bit higher. Here is a shelf with my very cool, I don't know what they're called. This is, I think, a Ripsalis paradoxa chain. This is a Hoya mini bell that flowers every few years for me. This is definitely a sad succulent that I let dry out too much. Also had a lot of mealybug issues. We have an agave and a pencil plant. Another banana because my boyfriend collects bananas as well as palm trees. And then here is a few more succulents. This is a jungle cactus. This is colocasia, I think, that I grew from the supermarket. It's coming back already. These are the cuttings of the monkey tail, the long-haired cuttings. I'm hoping they will root and continue growing. I got this rat tail from my mom. This is one of my oldest plants covered in mealybugs, but my grandma's plant, the Shrek ear jade plant. In the back we have these cool cacti that I bought from the same seller as the original monkey tail cactus, as well as this one. How cool is this? Funky shapes. It looks like it's still happy. We'll have to wait and see. I also got this one from him for free, which I'm a little bit scared of. And this one as well. He gave us some gifts as we were leaving, but these are killer, so I'm staying away from them. The rest on this shelf, a little spiky agave that's making a few babies. We have some lithops that look nice, and ooh, look, it's bursting already. So they're starting to grow. I heard that once they are growing a new leaf, you should not water them. So I guess these are not getting water in my first watering of the spring, which I'm waiting for still. It's too cold at night still. This succulent had a lot of mealybug issues, so I think also I let it get too dry. These probably shouldn't be as dry as the rest of the cacti. That's why it's such a bare stem. Here's a cutting of my grandma's plant to make sure it survives, even if this one doesn't. A few mini, wait, can I, I cannot get closer, but there's a few very small, very cute succulents and babies. This is flowering, Peperomia Hope. This one is another one of those that I bought together with that one, and it looks like it's gonna flower. I don't know why this is a little bit happier. I don't know. And that's it on this side, I think. So mostly lots of stuff, not so much plants. Oh, and this is my box of perlite, and underneath is a box of soil. So much supplies for terrariums and everything. But once these big plants are moving out, the bananas, the whatever this is, this spiky thing, I'll have more space again, and then I'll pot up the caladium bulbs that I'm getting this year. I actually got a lot of caladium bulbs and other garden plants this year. So I think the shelves are going to be filled again very quickly. Hopefully they'll grow nicely this year as well. I still have to show you the other side of the greenhouse, but right now it's not raining, the sun is shining. So let's go back into the garden before it starts to rain again. So this is the greenhouse. It's kind of hard to see because the roof is behind our pergola that we built ourselves, by the way, with big oak beams. But this is all the whole width of our garden. Wait a second, we're getting company. So this is the continued look from the garden. Maggie loves it here. She especially loves to walk on the stepping stones, which is so cute. And my boyfriend did the design for this garden. So he said we have to have a palm tree in the middle, and then we're making the borders curvy around it. So I think that's such a cool idea. He had the vision and we just did it. The borders are currently a little bit empty because that big palm tree that I showed you in the greenhouse is going to go here. We unfortunately had to remove some trees that were ruining our neighbor's foundation of the house and ours as well. But stuff is still coming up that I planted last year. These are pioenrozen. I don't know what they are in English. And some lavender and thyme. Lots of spring bulbs that are coming up. This is the apple tree I was talking about. Can you see how much that's leaning forward? Very sad. And our amazing fakkels, fiery things from Gardena. These are so cool once it's dark at night. But yeah, apple tree is starting to grow again already. I need to do something, but I don't know what. So if there's an apple tree expert somewhere, please help. Let's continue on this side because I'm so chaotic right now. This is our, what is it called? Yapom. Why am I not remembering the name? But it survived the winter. We had frost a few times and it's still growing. So I'm pretty impressed by that. Here's the two palm trees that we're gonna separate. And then that's it for that side of the garden. So let me step back to show you the main palm tree. Jose Enrico, we named him because it's kind of two plants, so two names. amazing. My boyfriend wanted to have the white gravel underneath to make it look nice. And then this epic corner is another one of my boyfriend's amazing ideas. I've learned now to, oh, wait, Mickey wants to come outside. It's a cat swap. Come here. So my boyfriend and I have been together for 11 years now, and I've since learned to just say, okay, when he has a crazy idea that my brain is like, no, way too much work. Because, for example, he said, I'm going to build a hot tub. And I was like, are you mad? And now I have a hot tub. He said, we're going to build an outdoor worm shower so that we can rinse off after surfing and not get sand all over our new bathroom. I was like, you're crazy, but yes. Now we have an outdoor shower that is winter safe. So these just go off in winter, closed off, like the taps. We can't use it right now, but once it's no longer freezing, then we can switch it back on. We also have a really nice teardrop rain barrel here from Elho. I guess everything in the garden is from Elho. And it first fills up this thing, which is so handy. So love that. We love catching rainwater. Here's another bench. This one is for our pillows that we can use on top of here to sit, and also on top of the other one that I showed you where the filters are in. I'm thinking about doing something with a pond because my boyfriend built a pond and my father-in-law built beautiful waterfall pieces. Maybe something with caladiums. So that is coming. I just looked inside here and you can see, it's a little bit harder to see with the camera, but the splendid plant is just shining and the light is flickering. Sorry about that. But I love having the plants being seen from inside and from outside. So that is this corner. And most of our lawn is just grass. But this area I've made videos about as well. This is walking chamomile. Whoops, my phone died, the battery died. So hopefully you can still hear me because now I'm not using the microphone because I have to have a charging cord on it. But this is walking chamomile. I've made videos about it before. It's a very cool lawn alternative and it smells divine because you have to squish it a little bit to keep the plants growing flat. Smelling my hand is a little bit weird, but it's really cool. It's a little bit sad now from winter, but once it gets happy again, walking into this corner, the smell around the garden is just amazing. It's getting cloudy again. That's not good. I hope we don't get more rain. So let's quickly check out this border. We currently have, I think they're called snowdrops, right? In English. Very cute. And then this is our fern garden, this corner. We made the soil a little bit more acidic. And this is, I don't know what they're called. Hydrangea, I want to say. That's starting to grow again. Up here is a beautiful honeysuckle that was here before. And then over here, we actually saw a little bird in here at the end of summer last year. So hopefully we'll get a little bird this spring. This is our passion flower that is growing crazy. We might have to chop it back a little bit if it's gonna grow as crazy again this year. But very cool to have the wall just covered in greens and flowers. There's also rose bushes. You can see some, I don't know what they're called in English, rose bottles, we call them in Dutch, underneath. And those were all planted by the previous owner. Here's another rose, climbing roses. We don't really know how to take care of them, but they grow beautiful flowers, and the previous owner died, so we're gonna kind of keep them here in memory of him. Down here we have some crocuses, some liriope, and these are all bluebells that grow a lot in this area, so they're gonna have really nice blue flowers. Our other Gardenia fire thingy, and an insect hotel that has fallen over a little bit from storms, winter storms. Mini palm tree. This is a very cute bush that we planted here a while ago. It was very sad on the opposite side of the garden and now it looks happy, so cool. This is a banana that was covered and is now uncovered since yesterday, so hopefully it's going to grow again. Kind of cool to see how they grow. This was the original plant that didn't grow back, but one of the babies did. That's that one. And then all of these side things can also become pups. Here's more crocuses. This is one of the plants that my boyfriend loves. I think it's called a cordyline, but I'm not sure. I seem to call everything cordyline. I got some comments on my last tour. Lots of, I don't know, ground covery plants. This smells really nice, lavender. I think these are going to grow some flowers as well. But this is a yucca, I think. Not quite sure. And this is a yucca as well, really spiky one. This one is very mean. This has gotten me to bleed several times already. Here is our main banana right now. Doesn't look nice yet, but it's gonna come back. And since the stem made it through winter, this one might flower this spring or summer as well. Another palm tree. Did you count? I think there might be more than 10. And some more plants that we don't know much about but planted last year. Here's the banana that flowered. We're thinking maybe one of the pups is gonna grow this year. And a few more crawlers or climbers. This is a honeysuckle that was here before. And there's also a, oh, you can't really see it yet. Clematis is a name. Thank you, brain. That gets really nice flowers, but looks so dead before that I've broken it off accidentally several times, because if you see this, you wouldn't think that's alive, but it is. So that's kind of cool. In the back of the garden, we have this little patio area. Mickey! That is our outdoor kitchen right now. It doesn't look very nice, but we have a little table. We have some outdoor chairs that look nicer with the pillows. And then this is the outdoor kitchen. Can you see it? With a lot of wood for our fire situation. Oops. My boyfriend got this thing secondhand for free. It's like a natural stone thing with a little tap that's connected to our Gardena water supply system that's underneath the garden. We put this here. This is another one of the Elho boxes on wheels because we thought it would get a little bit more sun. And we've started to see the canna starting to grow again. We can also put some more plants in here once the bulbs arrive. And we just repotted this from its own pot into this hidden pot. We have quite a lot of space behind here. This is actually a super high pot, so it's sitting on the ground all the way up to here. Looks really nice. And we have a barbecue here. This is a huge rain barrel. Can you see it behind the palm tree? It's 260 liters and it's connected to the ceiling of our shed. So that's really nice. The tap is here, always blocked by the palm tree and the chairs, but that's okay. Hello! And then there's the greenhouse, which I've already showed. Oh no, I still have to show you the other half. It's definitely so nice and warm in here compared to outside. So that's really cool. Oh wait, can we get him to go on the thing? Mickey, guys, guys. He loves this thing. You kind of have to be careful because he gets kind of attacky also on it. Oh, Mickey. Goed zo. Gaan we lekker liggen. Gaan we lekker liggen, jochie. So I guess we continue the tour here. On the left side we have, this is a different kind of palm tree that has not grown very well for us. Sorry, I'm distracted by this adorable creature on his happy place. But we're hoping it will grow back. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of different. Similar looking, but kind of different. Then we have this palm tree, which is very different looking. Very nice. And this is an areca palm. This a lot of people do have. This is their normal houseplant thing. Yes, you want more attention. We're ignoring the mess right here to look at this cute yucca. This one is actually also very spiky. It looks very innocent, but it's not. Ow! I literally just pricked myself. Why? Every time I walk past here, I get pricked. We have a little olive tree that I got for my birthday a few years ago from family. There's a very nice palm tree down here. This is a Phoenix Canariensis, I think. I'm not quite sure. I got this in a rescue pile a while back. And then behind there is our currently sad looking, what are they called? Dickinsonia antarctica, the fern tree, tree fern, I think. This is in a huge pot, another pot by Elho. All of these are by Elho once again. Really nice. I have a good relationship with them, and I'm so happy to be able to get some of the huge pots for our huge plants. Back here is kind of a living wall situation that looks very sad. This is by Gardena, the system, but it's, I don't know, doesn't work super well for me. Once I figured out that the bottom stays a lot more wet than the top, then it's gotten better, but it also gets really cold in here. So the plants don't look super happy, and there were thrips issues. This plant is growing well all the way to the top, and then there's a few. That one looks happy. That one looks dead. That was a syngonium. We have some hanging plants. Oops. I might not be the best at growing string of pearls. This one, oh, my boyfriend used this as storage. This one looks a little bit better, but I definitely don't water in here during the winter, and some plants do need watering. And yeah, that creates some chaos. And that's it for the garden. I was actually planning to talk to you about some stuff, some personal stuff, but I haven't yet, so I guess we can do that now while Mickey is here. I'm gonna try and bring you a little bit closer because he's so cute. Well, shit. I just filmed a whole bunch, and then my camera battery died this time, so all the batteries are dead right now, including maybe my own. So I don't know if I still have the footage of all of that, me explaining all of my dad's issues. Editing Rose will know, but I'm just gonna reiterate what I said while Mickey sits over here. Oh, he was being so cute as well in the previous footage. I hope you can recover some of it, Mick, because you're doing so well, my little YouTube cat. So, wait, this is better. So my dad has been sick for a while now, and it was pretty intense. He was feeling sick in the middle of January, and then turned out to be a bacteria that was in his blood. I think it's called Staphylococcus aureus, the bacteria. And it nestled into his lung, which is what they thought was the pneumonia, but it was actually an infection of like pus and stuff, and in his vertebrae, in his spine. And they gave him antibiotics, they treated him, and then sent him home after a while with a PICC line. If you don't know what that is, it is a way to get 24-hour IV fluids or IV treatment at home. And they do that by putting an IV into your arm with a tube, whatever it's called, to right above your heart, so that the medication gets right where it needs to go. It's a like 39 centimeter long tube into his body, so that's a little bit creepy, but that's how he was getting antibiotics. And then unfortunately his pain continued while he was at home. It actually got a little bit more intense. Even with intense pain medication, it still was hurting a lot. He was not able to move much at all, and so they went back to hospital while we were in Spain, which was a little bit hard because we heard, I think on Tuesday, that he was going back into hospital and was readmitted. And they decided that they were going to drain the pus from his lung to see if that would help with his pain, because apparently the lungs are very sensitive, which I heard from a friend recently. I didn't realize, but if there's just a small thing with your lung, it can hurt a lot. He's just being so cute. Mickey! So they basically put a tube into his lung to suck out the fluids, the pus and everything. It wasn't a lot. And then they had to keep him in hospital with a different kind of drain to make sure that the procedure itself didn't cause a collapsed lung, because that apparently also can happen. And luckily that didn't happen. They sent him back home after a week and a half, and he is still very tired, but he is able to move around a little bit more. He definitely looks a lot more mobile than he was a few weeks ago, but he still needs to sleep a lot, and he's still in a lot of pain, especially in the mornings. He has a morphine plaster that's supposed to give him continuous amounts of morphine throughout the days. And he has the IV. He probably needs to be on antibiotics for a lot longer. So it's very intense, and it's very scary when your very healthy dad suddenly looks like an old man and can't move and is forgetting things and remembering things wrong. So maybe this is a good reminder to hug your loved ones, especially if they're a little bit older. My dad is 71, so not that old, but older. I'm saying that as a 40-year-old. I feel kind of old too. But yeah, hug your loved ones, hug your pets, and I hope they're all healthy and happy. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker. There you go. So you can see Mickey properly. Also, I am recording yoga classes for TV again in 2 days. Once you see this video, I will be at the location already, so I might not be able to chat live. Sorry about that, but I will be filming from 4 p.m. on Wednesday with my other teachers, which is fun. We're creating some social media content together for the TV show. It's called Zentijd. If you don't know, you can watch for free on NPO Start if you understand Dutch. And then on the Thursday, I will be recording all day classes for TV, as well as for the social media side of things. So that's an exciting day. Also, if you haven't noticed, I have new glasses. I'm wearing them now because they're hurting a lot. Actually, they're hurting on my nose, but also behind my ear. So I'm wearing them so that I can go to the shop after filming this to hopefully get them to adjust it a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but it hurts. It pushes a lot into my nose. I'm trying to see on the viewfinder, but without my glasses, I don't see anything. So -6 over here. So anything else? That's a lot of chatting. So if you stayed through all of this, thank you. It feels like I'm chatting with my friend, but also I'm the only one talking. So in a friend situation, it feels very unbalanced. I want you guys to talk as well. So leave me your comments. I look forward to hearing from you and to responding back to make this an actual conversation and not just me talking to a camera with my cute cat. I think that's it, Mick. Are we gonna take a little nap? My co-host over here, making me feel not so alone. Oh, you're a very good YouTube cat. I love it. Yeah, I think that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Cat hairs everywhere. Subscribe below if you haven't already. I will do more outside content because we are going to paint that. Oh, my boyfriend is coming home now too, I think. So the whole family is going to take a nap together, probably. Yeah, we're going to paint the outside wall. It's going to look even more Mediterranean because of the nice warm vibes. And the greenhouse will look even nicer once all the plants, the big plants, move out for summer. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Perfect timing. Here's my boyfriend. Bye!